Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. I'm Trisha Hart, and with us now is Notre Dame junior Elizabeth Boyle, the newly elected student body president. She's a student of political science and peace studies and has engaged in global religious dialogue in Qatar, Nepal, and the United Kingdom. Elizabeth, an impressive resume. Welcome to the show, and congratulations on your election as student body president.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I know it's got to be a lot. So what do you plan to do once you assume the role for the upcoming school year?
Yeah, so we actually took over April 1st, so it goes April 1st to next April 1st. And my running mate, Patrick, and I ran on this platform of three things. So the first was dorm reform, the second was gender relations, and the third was student empowerment. And our core goal is to make sure that everyone can have the best Notre Dame experience that they want and that Notre Dame can become a home for all.
I know it's wonderful to be back home under the dome, but let's go back to what brought you here in the first place. I know there's always a lot of college choices. What made you pick Notre Dame?
Yeah, so I first came to visit Notre Dame when I was 8 years old. No one in my family went, but we came for a game day, and I mean, how could you not fall in love with Notre Dame on one of those fabulous game days? And then I returned back for 5 summers in a row, going to Summer Scholars and Notre Dame Vision and the softball camp for a time, and I fell in love with the way that the students here treated each other like family, and that's definitely rung true for my 3 years here so far.
I know, so you invested very early on. Now that you're in your junior year, about to become a senior, what inspires you to study global religion and peace studies?
Yeah, so my official major at Notre Dame is political science and peace studies, but I've been able to take classes in looking at the intersection of religion and peace. And I found that religion is such an intrinsic motivator and a core part of our identities that if we can begin to understand how religion drives policymakers and peace practitioners, then we can understand each other on a deeper level, which will lead to more sustainable peace.
And we're going to let you go over a little bit about some of your background. You were just one of 6 Notre Dame students selected to attend the Madras Discourses Summer Intensive Program in Nepal, as well as the Winter Intensive Program. Can you tell us a little bit more about what those experiences like?
Yeah, so the Madrasa Discourses initiative is through the Kroc Institute for Peace Studies, and it's run by Professor Ibrahim Musa Mahan Mirza, and what it does is it brings together traditional Islamic scholars who were taught in madrasa, which is kind of a good way to think about it, is like a seminary almost, so it's a religious school, and they bring together scholars from India, Pakistan, South Africa, and Germany, and then they bring together 7 Notre Dame students, and we engage in interfaith and intercultural dialogue, and we ask deep questions about Islam and our faith background, about philosophy, science, history, and context in the hope that we could work together to achieve global problems.
Wow, so those must be experiences that you're going to take with you forever. So how do you take this incredible background that you're building? What do you plan to do after you graduate?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question right now for sure. This summer I'm really excited because I'll be interning at the State Department in their Office of Religion and Global Affairs, which is right in line with what I want to do. So my hope is that I'll be pursuing a joint master's in religion and diplomacy after graduation, and then I can return back to DC to do federal government work in that area.
And you've spent some time in DC.
Yes, yep, I was there last spring through Notre Dame's Washington, D.C. program at the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, and last summer at USAID.
Oh, that is incredible. I loved the Washington, D.C. program in my time. A truly incredible experience. Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being able to join us, and best of luck as the new student body president. In the meantime, we'll be sure to keep tabs on what you're doing in the future.